Okay. I am back. And I'm going to be streaming some Dragon Quest XI. It's been a while since I last played this. Yeah. So, I've gone to thinking about. I've been thinking about something regarding Twitch activity. Okay? I have noticed. Oh, goodness. Why is my hearing all fucking. Ugh. I hear it's just kind of wonky as shit today, but. Anyway. Um, Anyway, I've gone to thinking about an alternative, or not alternative, an alternate channel. Uh, this channel here is dedicated to gaming, but I'm actually thinking of making a alternate Twitch channel. The catch is that this channel would not have VODs made available. It'll just go live and then just disappear after it goes offline. And the reason for that is because, well, if I let it remain, that would make a big fucking risk. So, what I'm referring to is I am thinking of making an alternate channel dedicated to sharing uh, listening experiences to music. It is possible. In fact, I've noticed a few channels have been doing like music reactions and other shit. The thing is that they typically do not uh, store VODs afterwards. They just let it go live and then they just disappear. Uh, in fact, there's a channel I discovered called Vinyl Junkies, and he goes live. He plays pretty much whatever's in his collection, and when it goes offline, that's it. Like he never shares his shit on VODs, which seems like the way to go in terms of like playing music and letting it run. And and yes, by the way, it, if anyone noticed the Beatles cover right there, it is. Well, the cover says it's the original motion picture soundtrack of A Hard Day's Night, which is a film, which I believe is a. What is it? The Hard Day's Night album has part. God, what is it? I know there's an album of the same name, and then there's a film of the same name. And actually, the way the two are distinguished is that one's an album and one's a soundtrack. And if I'm not mistaken, the album is like half soundtrack, half uh, original music for that album. God, I that's a bit of a period of the Beatles I'm not that knowledgeable about because I'm more familiar with their latter years. That's the stuff of the Beatles I fucking adore. I mean, for God's sake, Abbey Road is my favorite album of all time. Not fucking kidding. Uh, but their early years, I don't hate it. It's just that I feel like their latter stuff is just blows the early stuff out of the water. But you know, and that's going to be unfortunate for like newcomers because they're thinking, oh, this early stuff is so 60s. Well, yeah, but you also have to realize that there was a that along the way they would evolve their craft, evolve their music, and pave the way for artists later. So their early stuff may seem rather simple, rather safe and sanitary, which, yeah, go figure. But you got to understand that when people dig into their middle, when they dig into the middle of their discography, you will notice a change gradually. So for any newcomers that want to try out the Beatles, I say try out their early stuff because I really think that's, the area of the Beatles that's really easy to get into. Their first two albums, or excuse me, their first album's good. With the Beatles, I feel was one of their weaker albums. Not gonna lie, wasn't really a big fan of that one. Uh, but damn, what is it? Sorry, my neck was kind of hurting a bit, so I was just trying to. God, what was I gonna say? But yeah, that's yeah. So anyway, the cover is the soundtrack of A Hard Day's Night, but the record that's inside is actually not the correct one. And I actually learned. I want to say last week when I opened up because I'm like, oh, my mom got the soundtrack to A Hard Day's Night, and yeah, that's my mom's record that I inherited. Yeah, some of the ones back there are the ones I've inherited from my mom, mixed in with my own personal purchases mixed in. Because I want to have like earliest to latest, and one of these days I need to get like a dedicated shelf for my records because I'll fucking need that when I move this studio downstairs. But what else is there? Man, why is my hearing like getting all? Ugh. It's like my hearing's starting to get a little muffled or something. Like there's like pressure or some shit going on. Maybe it's the weather today. I don't know. I wasn't really listening to music a whole fucking lot that was like loud and shit. So I don't know what is going on. It's like maybe I got some buildup or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Yeah, because it keeps I don't know what is going on. It's like both of my ears that are getting muffled. It just I'm getting feeling a little disoriented. Hold on. Okay, yeah, there's a little bit of buildup. I guess I have to clean my ears a little bit later. But anyway, uh, so what I'm thinking regarding my this alternate channel is that it's going to be a music related alternate account, and I'm actually thinking about coming up with a different name to reflect that channel. So to kind of it's funny because my the name Full Metal Cowboy was actually so. I'll provide a bit of an origin regarding why I came up with the name. So with my username Full Metal Cowboy, it is a portmanteau of Full Metal Alchemist and Cowboy Bebop because at the time I came up with the name uh, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood was my favorite uh, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood was my favorite anime, with Cowboy Bebop being my second. So I figured, what the hell? And then, but that was until I watched Legend of the Galactic Heroes, because after that viewing, actually after my second viewing of that one became my favorite. But Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood and Cowboy Bebop still remain my second and third. Um, but the reason I came up with the name was because I made an account on a website called Anime Planet because I figured, gee, I sure talk a lot about Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood and Cowboy Bebop a lot, so I figured, gee, since I can't shut up about both those titles, why don't I just write anime reviews? I used to do that up until 2015, and I just stopped because I wanted to pursue the video review format afterwards. Uh, but I just felt like the name had a nice ring to it. That's really it. Uh, Besides, I mean, those are classified as television series, and both had their own like films. So I guess in a sense, it covers television broadcasts. It covers theatrical film releases, and they're both anime. So I figured, what the hell, just came up with the name. Now with music, okay, well they both have soundtracks, but I'm gonna come up with a different name for my music related channel. So I thought about. So here's what I'm gonna do. This is a name that's in progress. This is not gonna be a finalized name, but I think this might have a nice ring to it too. So this will be a portmanteau of a video game character and a gun from an anime. Well, in this case, a gun from a manga and anime. So here goes. This is my idea of a alternate username for my music related channel. Revolver Jackal. Revolver Jackal. Okay, so as for the name Revolver, it is named after the Beatles album of the same name. Jackal would be named after the gun, what is it? Hold on. Shit. Hold on. Let me grab it. Okay. Is this it? Yep. It would be named after this gun right here. This yeah. From Hellsing. And besides, vinyls are typically black. Eh? So yeah, Revolver Jackal is my proposed name for my music-related channel. If anyone watching this thinks that's a really good name for a music-related channel, then I'll go with it. I actually think it has a nice ring to it. You know? Besides, Alucard from Hellsing seems like the kind of guy that likes to kick back spinning records. You know? Oh, and I'm definitely going to get some fucking metal. I'm talking Iron Maiden, Metallica, maybe some Motorhead up that bitch. Fuck yeah. Dude, here's the thing. I'm not a massive Motorhead fan, but I do like their attitude. I love their... I just love their... I love the tone they're going for. They'll play loud ass fucking music that's designed for people to just headbang and just have a fucking good time. I mean, I'd say Ace of Spades is one of their. I mean, without a doubt, Ace of Spades, the most notable song. I'll definitely look into some Motorhead. That sounds like. Well, just watch Hellsing last month. Nice. Is it the OVA or is it the original TV anime? Because there's two versions of the Hellsing anime. So the original TV anime is just called Hellsing, and then Ultimate is the. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say that my preferred Hellsing anime was, of course, Hellsing Ultimate. But hey, I started with the original anime because at the time Hellsing Ultimate wasn't done yet. So the original Hellsing anime, let's not kid ourselves. It's flawed, but I'd argue that if people see it as a B horror version of an adaptation, that's probably the best way to look at it, because it definitely has a low budget and it's got fucking plot holes. Like the freak ship never was properly fucking concluded. So, but at the same time, I enjoyed elements of the original Hellsing anime. And look, I'll say one really nice thing about the original Hellsing anime. The dub was really fucking good, all things considered. Yeah, there's some fake British accent acting in there, but that's like what, one or two, three, four lines. Like, it's not that big of a deal. But I mean, the dub was exceptional when it came out. So hey, animation may not be great with the original Hellsing anime, but hey, I can't knock the dub down. I mean, it was damn good. So, and hey, some of that cast came back for Ultimate, so that's a big, huge. And also let's not kid ourselves. Because of some of the British accent delivery, they definitely improved on the accents with Ultimate, and I have a feeling they could not fuck up the accents with the Ultimate version because I figured, we kind of fucked up with that first version, so let's really knock it out with Ultimate, because the dub in Ultimate is really fucking good. Like, I'd say it is up there as one of the best dubs, without a fucking doubt. So, although there is one reason I would watch it in Japanese. I meant to say subtitled. I didn't mean to pause on Japanese like before the Anise part. Oops. But there is one reason. There are a few. There are a couple reasons why I would watch it subtitled. Alucard's Japanese voice and Anderson's. Anderson's voice in Japanese is fucking badass, but the dub is damn good. So it's an anime I would watch both versions for, but for the subtitle versions, it's largely because of Alucard and Anderson, because they both sound badass. Just saying. I mean, Anderson's Japanese voice is enough for me to, watch the original cast version. But again, it's an anime I'll watch both versions of, no problem. Yeah, even though Anderson's Japanese voice is over the top at points, it's no real Wakamoto, for crying out loud. He tends to ham up his acting from time to time. He's kind of like the Al Pacino of fucking voice actors, where his overacting is actually a plus, not a laughable fucking feature of his acting talent. And yes, I don't make that comparison to Al Pacino very lightly with that actor, because Al Pacino can fucking overact, but again, it works. I mean, fucking Heat. Okay, that's a film I need to see, but I have seen the clip where he says, "Because she has a great ass." Fucking love that clip. I probably should watch that film just because of that line. And I hear the action's really fucking good. Sound design too. What's another overacted performance? I'm guessing. Fuck, what is it? Son of a Woman. That's the one I was trying to think of, where he just goes hooah like fucking numerous times. So, oh god, why is my fucking head hurting? Probably should drink water. Whoops. Probably should drink some water. No wonder my head's hurting. What else am I? What else did he overact in? Son of a Woman, Heat, Scarface. He overacts the fucking shit out of Scarface. But, again, Al Pacino's good at overacting. So is Nobuo Wakamoto. In numerous fucking anime he voices it. So yeah, it's something that's nice about him, I guess. But yes, as I've said about 5-10 minutes ago, yes, I am planning on starting a music-related channel where I actually... I'm not talking bad about Scarface. I'm just saying he does overact in that film, but again, it's a positive, because again, his aside from like the accent he has in it, it's the shootout where he like goes fucking ballistic with his acting. But again, it's a plus and it works. So again, when I say overacting, in Al Pacino's case, it's a positive, not a negative. I just wanted to clarify that. Anyway, so yes, I am planning on starting a music-related channel with a completely different name. And the reason is because I actually tend to be very, very passionate about that medium. So, but it's going to be on a different channel, and it's not going to have any VODs. So it's something I'm going to experiment with, and if it works out, then yeah, I'll flip between this and that other channel from time to time. But I'll still be prioritizing this. But I'm just going to say that this alternate channel I'm going to be looking into starring soon is just going to be like a side gig, if anything. Perhaps, maybe... I mean, it really depends. It's, again, work in progress. I'm not going to start it right away. It's just, I'm going to give this a couple weeks to think about, and then go from there. It's probably something I really should have fucking done maybe a couple of years ago. But again, music, aside from video games, music is something I'm just very passionate in talking about, discussing, and now that I, start collecting vinyl, again, most of these seen over here, mostly inherited from my parents, but there are some of my own personal choices that are in there. On the other subject of anime, that's one of my reasons why I started watching you, is because of your name goes by. Is it Full Metal Alchemist or Cowboy Bebop? Yeah, because at the time I came up with the name Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood and Cowboy Bebop were my top two. But that was until I watched Legend of the Galactic Heroes. Although it was my second viewing of LOTGH that cemented it as my favorite. And it's largely because, I had some nitpicks with it on first viewing, but the second viewing was where I picked up on more nuances and started to really see why it was executed a certain way. So, yeah. But FMA Brotherhood and Cowboy Bebop are 2 and 3 still. And those have not been shaken. And I know some people are thinking, FMA Brotherhood, what about the original FMA? I love that series too. I thought the anime exclusive elements were interesting to stand apart from the manga. I just don't like the way it ended. And that does include the Conqueror Shambhala, which is the film that was released after the original TV series ended. Or the original TV anime ended. Now, FMA Brotherhood does have a bit of a questionable start. And personally, I kind of wish the first episode started like how the original did, but oh well. And also, the first, I want to say 14 episodes, has this assumption that people already saw the original, so that's why they skimmed a lot through that early shit. So, but the trade-off is that it is wonderfully made, despite it may not have the start that would be preferable amongst fans. So, it's not a deal breaker, but personally, I would have preferred if Brotherhood started just like how the first series did. But I understand maybe Bones didn't want to do that because they didn't want to seem like, oh, they're just repeating themselves. So I kind of get that. And I mean, the first episode's not terrible. It's just, it could have been placed somewhere else, and then, but it is what it is. Might shock you, but I've never watched Full Metal Alchemist. It's one of the animes I steered away from and still haven't sat down and watch it. That's fine. I mean, I'm not expecting everyone to watch Full Metal Alchemist right away. And if I had to, recommend a way to experience it, I just say go for the first series first, just to get kind of an idea of why Brotherhood's production leaned a certain way at the beginning, I guess. But I mean, it is possible to watch Brotherhood without having watched the original. It's just, and if anyone's ever going to debate, which of the two animes is better? Here's the thing. I like to think that both animes have their pros and cons, Whereas the manga has what I consider the ideal beginning, ideal middle, and ideal end of that story. So the manga is my preferred version after all. It's just that the two animes had to follow the laws of equivalent exchange, I guess. Great start in the original anime, but it didn't end the way I would have liked it. Brotherhood doesn't start the way I would have liked it, but it ends the way I would have liked it. Whereas the manga has no fucking issues at all for me. So, and FMA currently is my favorite manga. And I know what people are gonna say, but Berserk. What about Berserk? Berserk's not over yet. FMA has. So for now, until Berserk's fucking over, FMA is my favorite manga. I mean, look, if there's anything Berserk has that is objectively better than Fullmetal Alchemist, phenomenal artwork in Berserk. The art in Berserk is objectively better than FMA's, without a fucking doubt. There's no contest between the two. So, and oh boy. Okay, Berserk is an amazing anime, top 5 for sure. If we're talking about the original Berserk anime, yeah, doesn't have a solid. It doesn't have an ending though. It's the ending's like left open. Sure, you could argue Berserk 2016 is the continuation of Berserk 1997, but it's actually more in line with the Golden Age films and Berserk 2016. No. I've seen Berserk 2016. It's shit. But you know what? The original Berserk anime did open the door for me to read the manga. So that, and people are going to say, but why would you want to watch the original Berserk anime if it doesn't have any ending? Fine, like, whatever, like, there are some cases where some anime is going to leave people wanting to read the manga. And yeah, it is kind of annoying that, you know, some anime are handled in a way that's like, ooh, it's like a commercial for the manga. I mean, look, I could bitch all day about the Battle Angel Alita OVA being 2 episodes and having no fucking ending whatsoever and no full adaptations in sight yet. So, you know, I'd like to argue Battle Angel Alita is worth complaining about regarding anime adaptations. And I've read the Battle Angel Alita manga, and yeah, I'd love a fucking anime adaptation. A proper one at that. Like a full adaptation of that series. I'm waiting for it. Like, shit, the fucking 2 episode OVA, the 2019 film, which, where's the fucking sequel, Fox? Come on. Seriously, I've been waiting for a fucking sequel to that because I actually did enjoy the film. Sure, it took liberties, but I was actually pleasantly entertained by it. But that too feels like a commercial for the fucking manga too, which I'm just like, come on. Any studios out there, just look into adapting Battle Angel Alita, please. It's a damn good manga. Fucking love that series. I need to read Last Order, though, but I think after I'm done collecting FMA manga, I think Battle Angel Alita is probably going to be next. JoJo, I'm taking slowly because they're in parts. And I think Stone Ocean is the most recent part that they're publishing here. So, I mean, and I already have the entirety of part 1 physically. I just haven't gotten part 2 yet, and I'm kind of cooling down on manga purchases in the moment because I'm kind of in the mood for collecting vinyl here. So yeah, but it's funny because you know, of all the talk with Berserk and Hellsing, like I own 1/3 of Hellsing, but I haven't gotten the other 2 deluxe editions. But that I probably should focus on fixing. That, but Berserk would probably be the next like deluxe fucking, you know, big ass size manga I'd probably go for. But man, I need the shelf space for that bitch. And this bookshelf that I got down here can only carry so much, so I gotta find like a proper fucking bookcase for those ones. Now, if I do collect Berserk manga, it's gonna be like arc by arc. So I'll do that Black Swordsman arc, but after that, I'm just gonna kind of take a break and then do the Golden Age, which is my favorite arc of that series. In fact, I think it's one of the greatest arcs in manga. Period. Definitely was the big highlight of that series, without a fucking doubt. Like that was where I think the writing was at its best. Granted, it left a lot of shit open for other arcs, but especially with the God Hand members, because those figures are a fucking mystery still. I'm kind of like wondering where the hell was Kentaro Miura going with those other four, aside from Griffith. So I'd like to know. So yeah. Anyway, give me a moment. I'm just gonna do something real quick. What the fuck? Oh shit. Yeah, if I do go forward with my music related channel, I think, because one of the things I'm kind of contemplating doing is like spinning vinyls and sharing those experiences. Again, and I must stress this, if I do shit like that, again, I will not provide VODs for that alternate channel, because again, if I do, I'm just asking to get fucking hit with copyright strikes. And some music related channels are quick to they greatly advise to just don't store those videos in VODs. And if there's like any fucking point as to why I would do something like that, it's again to show my enthusiasm for vinyl, show my enthusiasm for music, maybe share experiences, and who knows, maybe some people might come in and say, recommend me stuff to listen to or look into getting. So, because I mean, and here's the thing: vinyl collecting's not really a cheap hobby. I mean, it can be a pricey hobby, but again, it's something I'm willing to interact with people, who are just as enthusiastic about music or vinyl or any shit related to either of those fields. So that's and the thing is, I think the first couple I would look into spinning are the first U.S. albums of the Beatles, which is Introducing the Beatles and Meet the Beatles. The reason for that is because those were both because both of them were originally my mother's, and as a way, I guess as a way to honor her memory, I would definitely look into spinning those. So, yeah, in fact, just let me check something real quick. I've been meaning to do something real quick, so let me just... Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, it don't worry about it. It's essentially what I repeated earlier about music. So, yeah. Essentially, I was pretty much like repeating parts of what I said about like contemplating a alternate like music related channel, because again, aside from video games, music is something I'm very into. So, but like I said, if I go through with it, the big difference between this and that one is that alternate channel will not have VODs. It'll just go live, and it'll just fizzle into nothingness right after. And again, I'm just going to test the waters on that by then, and if things go smoothly, great, then I'll continue. If not, if it's going to cause a fucking problem, then forget about it. It's just, I guess you could say it's a bit of an experiment on my part, and it's a risky one at that. So, there you have it. there we go. All right, anyway. I've spent like 35 minutes rambling. I'm going to play some Dragon Quest 11. Fuck yeah. Where is my... Some bitch. I got my... did I ever watch Vampire Hunter D original? Yes, I have. In fact, I think my brother told me that was like the first anime he discovered or something. So, I've seen it. The original Vampire Hunter D anime was fine. I mean, it was clearly an 80s anime. I mean, it looked impressive, in areas. And I think the one I saw was like, I think I saw like a pre-HD copy of it. Because I know I saw it on DVD years ago. When I rented it at the library, I guess. At least that's my memory on the matter. But I have not seen Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust, and I hear that one's really fucking good. So maybe I'll have to look into that. All right, so I will be right back. I gotta go grab my USB cable for my controller because I left it in my room because I use that same cord to plug in my phone whenever I'm sleeping because I like to have my phone and other shit fully charged before I go to work. It's a habit of mine. I probably should have had an extra cord. I can't find my third one of the set of 3 I've had, and one of them is kind of worn out. So let me go grab it. Let me go grab that cord real quick. Be right back. Oh, damn it, Noir. What the fuck are you doing in here? Where are you? Noir, where the fuck are you? Shit. Okay. Come on, Noir. Fluffy boy. Okay. Right, I'm back. And motherfucker, I guess I forgot my fucking cord again. Okay. Okay. Alright, I'm back. Got the cord this time. Okay. Funny enough, that was also my first exposure to anime. Then I watched an anime called Case Closed and Ghost in the Shell. And that was a... Wait! Do not get up there! Don't you dare get up on that fucking table. Sorry. My cat was like kind of reaching up, and that's where my record player is. So I was just telling him, hey, do not fucking dare go up there. So I was just giving my cat a warning there. He's fine. He's not freaked out. He's just kind of like, he's like, oh shit. And that was a wrap. And that was a wrap. Been watching anime ever since. Okay. I have seen a little bit of Case Closed, but I have not. What was it? I've seen. I want to say bits and pieces of Case Closed, but I haven't watched all of it because it's an ongoing anime since the mid '90s. I want to say, and I don't know, just it never really drew me in. I mean, look, I know it has its fans. It is a shame it's not fully available in the U.S. because what was it? Funimation only did a certain amount of episodes and then they just dropped it because I guess low sales. So yeah. But Crunchyroll has it now, and they've been like, was it simulcasting it? For a good amount of time now. So there's that. Now, Ghost in the Shell. That anime film I saw, and yeah, it's good. Really damn good. I fucking love that film. As for me, like where I started with anime, my first was Pokemon. I mean, I'm from the U.S. Pokemon was huge in the late '90s. I was 8 years old when that came here in the U.S. and yeah, I was the right demographic at the time. So, I mean, look, a lot of my classmates were into Pokemon, so go figure. Well, I wouldn't say a lot of my classmates, but I had some that were into Pokemon just as much as I was. So, yeah. I mean, the games were also very popular at the time, too. I'm talking Red, Blue, Silver, Gold. Shit, even Ruby and Sapphire. Those were, I mean, the Pokemon games for a good amount of years. So if you were 8 when it came out, we were born. Okay, 1991. That was the year I was born. um, what else is there? So yeah, yeah, like I said, I was in the Pokemon. I, I'd say the year, or no, the time I stopped watching Pokemon was when Gen 2, like early on. I forgot what the fucking title was called. I think it was like maybe Master Quest or God, I can't remember what the title was, but it was when Gen 2 was starting, and I want to say like maybe after 10, 20 episodes of Gen 2, I stopped watching because I think maybe I was 11 when that happened, and I just stopped following it. Wasn't something I was into anymore. Or maybe it was just because after watching for so long, I just realized, okay, they're just repeating the same fucking pattern, and I'm like, this is kind of boring. So, um, but my real, but now here's the thing, I don't consider Pokemon my gateway into anime. What I consider my gateway into anime was Neon Genesis Evangelion. Now, to kind of contextualize this, I was only showcased certain episodes, the ones that were more heavier on the action and less on the adult-oriented material. And one of those episodes, in fact, the first one I was shown was the one in which Asuka was introduced. And ever since I first saw that, I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. I gotta find more of this stuff. Because as an 8-year-old, it blew my fucking mind. Actually, maybe I was 9 when I was either 8 or 9 when I was first shown it, and it blew my mind. So, Masala anime, but wait, what? Masala? Never. Oh, never saw. Yeah, but what else is there? yeah, but like I said, the action center, sorry, my mind's kind of a little. I I just finished like 10 work shifts out of 11 days. Because the only day I had off last week was Thursday, because ever since July 19th, so from July 19th to the 29th, I was working. With the exception of last Thursday, which was on the 25th, so my mind's kind of a little at times. Like I'm getting over my fatigue from those last 11 days. Again, with one break or with one day off. Um, but yeah, but like I said, I was showcased some of those. I was showcased some episodes of Evangelion, and again, blew my mind as a adolescent. And again, it made me want to seek out more anime at the time. And thankfully, Toonami came to Cartoon Network. Or actually, no, Cartoon Network was added on my cable network, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. And when I was told about Toonami and I tried that out, man, I was really getting into anime then. Like that, yeah. Oh yeah, the 2000s definitely was very fond of when Toonami was concerned. So yeah, and actually the titles I remembered were Yu Yu Hakusho, which I freaking loved as a kid, and Rurouni Kenshin, which I enjoyed for what it was worth. But I remember they dropped Rurouni Kenshin because they accidentally aired an episode and some of the content was like very objectionable, I guess at the time, and they kind of fucked up on that one, so they had to drop it for that. Rest in peace, Tom. We grew up around the same time. I feel you. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Toonami's still going, but look, the lineup they got isn't as strong as before. Like, that's the thing. Because they constantly play, like, what? I'm sure they're playing Bleach, the new one. I know they played My Hero Academia, but it's just like the lineup is not that fucking stellar. Oh well. It is what it is. I mean, look, in this day of, like, anime streaming, I mean, Toonami just isn't as relevant. Yeah, Inuyasha. That was a big one on although that was through Adult Swim, but again, some people like to call Adult Swim like the late night Toonami. But yeah, I remember Inuyasha was airing years ago. Like, I had some female classmates that would not shut the fuck up about Inuyasha. Actually, or more like, I had a couple friends that loved the hell out of Inuyasha. So, hell, even one of my high school teachers was into Inuyasha. I kid you not. In fact, she had me actually try out the Inuyasha manga. So that was something. You know what? The Inuyasha manga actually has some nice artwork. I mean, it's from Rumiko Takahashi, for crying out loud. I mean, she's a good artist. Her storytelling can be a little spotty, I guess. I mean, Inuyasha started out phenomenal. It's the middle part that fucking drags. And it's also one of the reasons why I have a harder time reading it through. So. Alright, hold on a second. About to say about the storytelling. Yeah, no, for real. Like, Inuyasha starts out great. It's just when the Shikon Jewel shard hunting just goes on and on, there's a pattern, and it's. And hold on a minute. Hold on. Isadora Quaresma, whatever the fuck your name is. Fuck you. You're clearly a bot. Get the fuck out of here. I don't tolerate that shit. I don't tolerate that shit. That's bullshit. But the fucking bullshit, as my mom would say. Give me a quick moment. Okay, just a quick moment. You know what? Maybe rambling for almost an hour doesn't hurt. I mean, I'm just getting kind of warmed up, and besides, I'll be playing Dragon Quest XI for a good amount of time anyway. So I just figured, what the hell? I hadn't been streaming for a while because of work. You know, one of these days I really need to consider like just having a just chatting session rather than just, playing the game and all that. I'll have to really get in the habit of that. So being an anime fan, I gotta ask you a question. Am I gonna judge you? So being an anime fan, I gotta ask you a question. I'm gonna judge you. Lol. Just kidding. Okay, what's your question? Out of curiosity. Like I'm curious to what your question is. This is a big one. What is my favorite Hayao Miyazaki movie? Easy. Princess Mononoke. And I know what some are probably going to say regarding that debate. What about Spirited Away? I love that one too, but personally, I just have a. If I really had to pinpoint exactly why I prefer Princess Mononoke just a tad bit higher than Spirited Away, it's because I feel of all of his films, that one is a lot closer to what Miyazaki has on his mind throughout his filmography. Where, now granted, Spirited Away is great for in an imaginative sense. Plus, it is very like, what is it? There's an element of like lightheartedness that Miyazaki is also known for. So I'd say Princess Mononoke, Spirited Away are the definitive S tier Miyazaki films, like without a doubt. I just prefer Princess Mononoke just above Spirited Away, but it's again the margin between those two is very slim. And also, I feel like Princess Mononoke has that edge without being too edgy. If okay, I'm talking about like how gory Princess Mononoke can get at times, but it's not done for the sake of like, ooh, look how edgy Miyazaki is. It's like, no, he kind of did that to have he does the gory shit very sparingly and to a good effect to serve like what he's saying in that story. And look, if I had to point out like one thing that isn't really like the big deal, but it's something I just like seeing in it. I do like the wolves and the Kodama. I mean, that's again not big factors, but it's just stuff I like seeing. Now, if there's one thing I would put Spirited Away over Princess Mononoke, I do love the score more by Joe Hisaishi. So if we're talking Joe Hisaishi scores in isolation, I prefer Spirited Away more than Princess Mononoke on that front. But if we're talking strictly Miyazaki, it's the other way around. So there. So with Joe Hisaishi, it's Spirited Away, but for Miyazaki's filmography, it's Princess Mononoke. So there. So if that'll make fans happy on that front, fine. I'll say one thing that Spirited Away has over Princess Mononoke. It's the soundtrack, but that's about it. I mean, God, some of the music in Spirited Away is so damn good. I mean, shit, I got the collector's edition of both films on Blu-ray, which contain the soundtracks on CD. And hell, if I really want to go on my way to get them on vinyl, I fucking will. The only downside, they're fucking expensive. I'm talking $50-$60 for those bitches. So, if I really want them badly, I gotta fork up like $50-$60 a pop for those fuckers. But I'm not in a hurry. In fact, you know what? Real quick. let me double check on that. Because let's see. Princess Mononoke vinyl. I got a feeling it's probably out of stock too. Oh. Wait. Where are you? Okay, I see Materia Store. What else is that? Okay, Amazon's got it. Okay, Amazon's got it for like $46, but another store has it for like 63 fucking bucks, which is doesn't G Kids have it on their store? Because I know they got Boy and the Heron. Let me see. And they even got I think they got like an Evangelion vinyl, which is crazy, and it's out of stock. Fuck. Oh well. I guess FOMO's a bitch. Okay, they only got Boy and the Heron on their store, so. But yeah, Amazon's got it, so that's something. How about Spirited Away? Please have it available. I don't want to spend shit ton of money for it. Yeah, also on Amazon, but that thing's like 54. So, motherfuckers. You know what? I think I know why. Because they're imports. That's probably why they're fucking. No, for real. I think that's why they're fucking expensive. Is because they're imports. Because if I'm not mistaken, because I checked the CD cover and it's the exact because the CD the cover on CD is the exact same one that I'm looking on the listing. So okay, like again, I'll look into them. But hey, if I miss out, at least I got the soundtracks on CD as a alternative. But hey, it'd be nice to have them as a collector's item. Who knows? Maybe I can sell that final someday if I really don't feel the need to have it anymore or some shit like that. I mean, who knows? Okay. Give me a minute. Just gonna do something real quick. What the hell? The fuck's going on here? Hold on a minute. Give me a minute. I'm trying to fix something here. What's going on? Actually, right now I'm actually making archival backups of my vinyl for my own personal use. Also, I like to listen to them on the go. And for some fucking reason, this is not. There we go. Got that fucker fixed. I don't know why it wasn't working earlier. I'm just doing it as a side thing, and I'm also not playing the music currently. I'm not blasting my speakers or anything, so. Okay. There we go. Got that playing. All right. So, without further ado, let's get this going. Let's get some Dragon Quest XI going. All right. Give me a moment. Oh, I think I know why. It's because I plugged in my controller while I was doing the other one. So that's probably why. It's probably why it goofed up a bit. Anyway, let's go. Let's play some Dragon Quest XI. Nice. Excuse me. So as far as other games I've been playing Doom 2. I've decided because of frustration I'm having with Doom 2 in my revisit, I decided to cave in and use cheats. I got fucking tired of the game's difficult bullshit it kept throwing, and it just. Okay, Final Doom, I'm not gonna try to use them. And again, I know the argument is like, okay, play how I like. That's a fair point, but Final Doom is the one I haven't finished all the way, and I know I'm in for a brutal playthrough on that one. At least for the Plutonian experiment. But maybe it's because I haven't found the secrets. I saw you played earlier, and I was like 3. Yeah, exactly. I was fucking crazy. Like, so yeah. But Final Doom, I intend to just play without cheats, and the only cheat I willingly will use is the one that involves lighting, and that's because when I'm playing during the daytime, I can't see shit when it comes to dark areas. So I unabashedly fucking use the light cheat because yeah. But Doom 64, I'm not gonna have to worry about that because Doom 64 wasn't that much of a pain in the ass to play. It's just Doom 2 and Final Doom are the hard ones. But yeah, like I said, the point of me going through Classic Series is to lead into Doom 2016. And I want to get that ready for October, because I got a feeling Doom 2016 is an October game. So yeah, there's that. Okay. So let's go ahead and play some Dragon Quest XI. After an hour of rambling, it's time for Dragon Quest XI. Alright. Okay, so my cutoff time tonight is going to have to be, give or take, maybe 10 o'clock. Oh, hello! Oh, that's new. So the locate, so the setting, aside from the tile changes, depending on where you're at, huh? Nice fucking touch there. Love that. All right, let's go. The ongoing search for the rainbow, rainbow, not rainbow. Oops. Leads our heroes to glorious Gondolia, where they go to the docks to try and get Salvando's ship. Unfortunately, they're off limits, while the Signar Universo contest is on, and only Doge Rotondo, the organizer of the event, can give the go-ahead for anyone to enter. Having heard this, Eric and Giovanni decide to seek him out, but when they find him, they are suspiciously swiftly rebuffed. They return to their friends to learn that the Doge's son... okay, every time I see that name, I think of Dogecoin. Whatever. Has been struck down by a terrible curse. They soon find a cure and... Okay, sorry about that. Try to bag a spot for the contest. There, they find themselves face to face with Jasper, general of the Heliodorian army. The rest of the party arrive just in time, but with their help, Giovanni manages to escape. Unfortunately, Eric isn't so lucky. After a daring rescue mission, Eric is saved, and the party flee to the seas aboard Salvando's ship, the Salty Stallion. But things turn. You know what? Hold on. Oh, motherfucker. I wanted to take a photo of that. Assholes. Didn't like me. Okay, so... Hold on. Fuck. Damn it. Oh my god, it's been a while since I last played this. We better have to head straight to Zvadra. Oh god, that fucking name I'm not gonna.
Please. Oh,
hold on. Okay, where's my ship? Okay, why is my ship all the way there? Is this turn-based? Yes. Yes, it is. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Okay. Oh. All right. Okay. Give me a minute while I'm trying to find the... Far east of Gondolia. Give me a minute, I'm trying to figure out where to go. Northeast of Gondolia. Okay, so we need to go... Maybe... No. Shit. Okay. Oh, excuse me? Huh. There we go. I forgot to speed up the game. Or the battles. Okay. I'm guessing this is it? Nope, this is not it. Fuck. Oh, whoa, what the fuck?
Oh yeah.
What the fucking shit? Savando, what the fuck are you doing? Okay then. Okay, thank you.
Fabulous.
Wonderful.
Okay. Fluffy boy, not right now. Okay, it's probably over there. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Oh, whoops. Okay. Okay, just a quick moment. I will continue gameplay in just a quick moment. Alright, there we go. Alright. Alright. Back to the game. Okay, there we go. God, this game is so gorgeous. For 2017, that is. Freaking love it. I love how this game looks. Uh-oh. The art director has the art director of this game has ties. Yeah, that's Akira Toriyama who did the art direction of the game. He passed away earlier this year. And also the music composer, but not in the same year, but in a different year. So this was the last game that Akira Toriyama and Koichi Sugiyama, I think that was his name. Like, this was his last game too. Man, which I can imagine that fucking sucked. That must have sucked back when both instances happened. So yeah, I guess there's this question: is what the hell's gonna happen? Excuse me, what the hell's going to happen with Dragon Quest 12? Well, hopefully, Bird Studio maintains his legacy, I guess, because I believe Bird Studio is Toriyama's. So hopefully, his studio carries on his legacy in that sense. Like if they want to mimic or ape, as some would say, if they want to mimic Toriyama's art style, I mean, fine. It may not be his, but fuck it, better than something drastically different. Because I think because honestly, I think what needs to happen in order for Dragon Quest 12 to work is to not alienate audiences. I mean, yes, look, different composer, different art director. I mean, it's bound to fucking happen. But I mean, look at Final Fantasy. Nobuo Uematsu stepped away from composing fully for the franchise after 10. There was a few that worked with him in 10. 9 was actually the last one he fully composed music for a Final Fantasy game, but 10 was his last like major involvement in the score. But 11 was some other guy, 12 was some other guy, 13, I don't remember who composed for it. 14, on the other hand, was where Masayoshi Soken worked on, and his work has garnered a lot of fans. Let's just say that. I mean, shit, that in 16. Thanks to Distant Worlds, yeah, I can see why people are seeing Masayoshi Soken to be Nobuo Uematsu's successor. Then there's Yoko Shimomura, who worked on the music for Final Fantasy 15, and you know, I'd say going forward, have a mix between Soken and Shimomura. I'd be fine with that. I mean, look, Uematsu's done a lot of phenomenal work with Final Fantasy music. Like, look, he deserves to fucking retire at this point. I mean, he has pointed out that he is having health issues, so it doesn't sound like he is retiring. But hey, look, he's done enough for the series. I would be more than happy to hear him retire. I mean, just saying. I mean, Final Fantasy VI, my favorite game of all time. I think is the best soundtrack in the series. He's done great with. He did great with 7's music. Some of 8 was good. I'm not a big fan of 8, and some of the music I wasn't really a big fan of. And that's like here and there. 9, I love the soundtrack too, and 10, not too bad. But like I said, if he's done composing music, look, he earns his retirement, like, without a doubt. Okay, where's the church? I want to save my game. Damn it. Those are fighting words. Yep, true. Oh yeah, if what I said about 8, yeah, I know. Although 8 has some good fucking music in it. I mean, Liberi Vitali, like, without a doubt. Damn good fucking song. And it's great to hear live at Distant World. I mean, I'm not gonna argue on that one. Whereas the Crap. Let me guess. The church is over there. I just want to save my game and then continue. I'm not saving to wrap it up. I'm saving so I can at least have a save point. And, okay, where is it? Where's the... Not now, Noir. Oh, wait. FFA is my favorite. Okay. You know, there are things about 8 I like. I actually like the production values of Final Fantasy VIII. Like, honestly, visually, I think it is better looking than 7. And I know this is going to sound pretty typical, but, you know, I'm... Oh, wait a second. But, I'm with a certain camp in regards to the gameplay. I'm not a big fan of the junction system on Final Fantasy VIII. It was a system I never could get the hang of. Just saying. 7 soundtrack is king. Yeah, it's one of them. I mean, for me, my favorite soundtracks of Final Fantasy, and okay, again, I know this sounds typical because I have said Final Fantasy VI is my favorite game of all time, but again, Final Fantasy VI, but Final Fantasy VII and 9, I really like their soundtracks too, and parts of 10. I mean, To Xanarkand from Final Fantasy X, God, that's a good piece right there. And, you know, I'd go as far as to say 4 has some really good songs in it too. 5 has some damn good, like, Super Nintendo, or, excuse me, Super Famicom, like, what do you call it, sound font to it. Like, the sound font on Final Fantasy V is great. And, I mean, Battle on the Big Bridge is a banger. Fucking love that song. And they haven't played the song at Distant Worlds on the 2 shows I went. What the fuck, guys? Come on. That and the opera. Come on. I've been to 2 Distant Worlds. They didn't play the fucking opera. They did play Dancing Mad there when I went earlier this month. Holy fucking shit, I lost it on that one. Like, God, it's funny because when the conductor said, "Okay, we have this, Final Fantasy VI just celebrated its 30th anniversary this year, and we have this suite that we have this suite from Final Fantasy VI." When he said that, I thought he was talking about the opera. And then he said, like, we have this suite from Final Fantasy VI that we don't play very often. And then he said Dancing Mad. And then when I heard him say that, like, I went, oh shit. Like, I'm sure a few people around me, like, heard me say, oh shit, but that was largely because I was thinking he was referring to the opera, because he refers to the opera as the opera suite. But then he said Dancing Mad, which I don't consider a suite, and if anything, it's a big piece with 4 movements. So of course when he was prepping up Dancing Mad, like I wasn't hyperventilating, but my mind was thinking, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Like I was speechless. Like, I couldn't believe that was being played. When I heard it, of course, I was really fucking happy. And yeah. And then they played Aerith's theme right afterward, which, fuck, they did not need to go, like, that, they did not need to go that hard on that second half. I mean, they went Searching for Friends, Dancing Mad, and Aerith's theme. It's like, fucking A, like, you're spoiling me here, guys. I mean, shit. And then they play Aerith's theme. I'm like, oh, too fucking soon, guys. Like too fucking soon that second half. And yeah, FF6 isn't the one where the villain actually... Yes, that's the one. Oh, hold on a second. Yeah, and honestly, when I first played Final Fantasy VI and got to that point, I was like, "What the fuck? Are you serious?" Like, oh shit. You know, and I had played Final Fantasy VII prior to that, so I was kind of thinking, gee, Sephiroth almost succeeded in what he was trying to do, but Kefka fucking succeeded. I'm like, holy shit, this game had some fucking balls when it came out. And then, you know, of course, I was looking for other games that had similar situations, and I'm sure there's some since FF6, but, you know, I kind of wondered, gee, were there any games before FF6 that had the biggest balls, you know, that had bigger balls than that? And, okay, some are going to probably say, but, well, Ganondorf caused the world to go dark, after, what, 3 dungeons in A Link to the Past? Here's the thing, everything was, like, hunky-dory after everything was said and done. Like, the world was restored to its former glory. Even the king is no longer dead, and I'm like, okay. And it's because of a wish with the Triforce. So essentially, you know, the game's saying, okay, you know, this whole dark world, you know, wipe the slate clean. We're, you know, the world's back to its former glory. It's like, okay, again, it works in Link to the Past, fine. You know, it's a fantasy world. Call it what you will, but I mean, Final Fantasy VI, yeah, it's you know, it's a steampunk, you know, fantasy game, but yeah, when shit gets fucked up, it doesn't completely go back to normal afterwards. I mean, there's this sense of rebuilding by the end of the game, but that's it. You don't get this, oh, everything's back to normal. It doesn't do that. And I like the message of humanity rebuilding after some big fucking event happened. I mean, shit, I would even argue if people compared those elements to COVID, I mean, I can see why people would make that, you know, analogy there. So my point is, I like how Final Fantasy VI has the message of rebuilding by the end of the game and not like, oh, everything's back to how the game started. No. And I like how Final Fantasy VI is not sugarcoating like the negative shit. I mean, there was some heavy shit in that game. I mean, hell, even the suicide attempt midway in the game. Like, holy fucking shit. I mean, I actually teared up when I got to that point in the game, and I was like, holy fuck, this game's actually making me give a shit about these characters. And I'm talking like a game that has pixel art. And usually with those games, I don't get emotionally invested. And it's because of, again, limited presentation. But with that game, it actually made me give a shit. And it's because of how the game was written. I was going to say the suicides. Yeah, and not to mention, I mean, the topic of suicide's kind of a big no-no. Or no, I wouldn't say no. It's a very touchy subject. But I like how Final Fantasy VI tackles like some of the dark, you know, some really touchy shit. So, and I appreciate that game. I mean, hell, teenage pregnancy is a fucking thing in that game. Although the justification for that, the teenage pregnancy occurred after, or no, the teenage pregnancy was actually addressed during the World of Ruin. So you kind of have an argument for why that's a thing in that game. Yeah, Celes did jump off a cliff. But anyway, the teenage pregnancy part, again, ties into the ending. Which, again, nice fucking touch there. What is it? Like, if I were to tell people that, oh, colonialism actually plays a part in Final Fantasy VI, some people think, oh, well, I'm just being preachy. I'm like, I'm not bullshitting you. I mean, look at, the Castalian Empire fucking seizing the Esper world. Fucking taking Espers and shit. So, but again, that's more of like, but I mean, me addressing something like that is just tapping into historical influences that the game would probably draw upon. I mean, look, for real, I could make like a 2-hour fucking essay of that game and address why I like it, why I think it's an important game, etc., etc., etc. Like, it's a game it is a game I often look back very fondly, and also, I keep remembering why that game is special to me, and why I think it's a touchstone game, or touchstone? milestone game, whatever, like a benchmark. That's the word I was trying to use. Why consider it like a benchmark of a game, a benchmark game? God, I am losing my fucking terminology here. I'm a little tired after all the, and I'm a little tired from all the work, but which brings me to, what's coming up next week. Starting August 2nd, I'm working my ass off again. I got 9 out of 10 shifts coming, or 9 out of 10 work days coming up, with August 5th being the only day I'm having off. Here we go again. But hey, with the Mariners Stadium, that's pretty normal. But yeah, they're gonna make me work my ass off. Yay! But hey, you know what? Look. I may dread what's upon me regarding work, but you know what? Here's what I will not complain about. I will not complain about getting a good fucking paycheck out of it. Because I work at the Mariners Stadium, and I'm working at I am what they call a stand lead, which I started that position back in July 19th. And I'm talking, the pay rate is quite high compared to the minimum wage here in Washington State. I mean, it's really good pay. Hell, my brother makes a lot of money too. And I would even say, in comparison, I'm earning more than he is currently right now. The only drawback is this position I'm at is only good for the season. So when they do a bidding process, because that's how they're doing it, when they do that next year, if they do that again and that position's still there, I'm taking it again. I would want to keep that job again. But if someone else takes it, I'm like, well, oh well, I tried. But I'm not I know, I just saw the ad break. All right. Okay, where the fuck? What the fuck is ringing up my phone? Okay. Okay. Anyway, as I was saying, while the ad break was going on, so essentially, so I work at the Seattle Mariners Stadium, and yeah, and let's just say the position I'm at right now is only good for this season, the remainder of the season. But they have what is called a bidding process, so they go from seniority, so whoever worked the most gets the earlier bids. But if the position I'm in right now is still available by the time I go back to that bidding process, I'm doing it again. If the pay is this good, I'd do it again. I wouldn't give a shit. I mean, is it a little stressful? Yes, but it's a much better fit than me working in concessions. Because man, concessions, I bared with it the first season I worked there, but man, when the stand gets congested with a bunch of people just grabbing shit, man, I fucking can't stand that. But damn, my ear just got all plugged a bit. Damn. I think I gotta clean my ears a bit. Okay, yeah, my ears are getting plugged up. I'm just gonna say my hearing's fine. I think I'm dealing with maybe potential like allergies or some shit. Cause I don't know what is going on. It's just like okay, so I'm trying to find. Scarecrow looks kind of cool looking. Yeah, I live in Washington. Yeah, it's it was sunny for a good amount of days, but it's been I'm seeing gray skies right now. Honestly, we kind of needed. It rained yesterday, so I mean, we kind of needed that rain anyway. So it actually felt nice. But it's supposed to get sunny again in a few days. So. Yeah, we're known for rainy fucking weather, unfortunately. But I mean, it is what it is. Okay, so comb the world for clues. You know what? I'm gonna try the ruins. It says comb the world, so I'm like, you know what? I got a feeling the ruins is a good spot to search. Oh. I lived in Spokane for 1 year and Marysville for 3 years. Nice. I actually had a friend who I think still lives in Marysville. Maybe he moved. I don't know. Classmate too. Shit. Yep, figured that was gonna fucking happen.
Thank goodness.
Oh, fuck. That was not what I planned.
Hot stuff coming through!
What is the minimum wage in Washington? I think it is 18 or 19. It might have been up to 19. Something like that. Which is well, okay. So here's the thing. I have a second job, but okay. So the reason I have two jobs is not because of expenses. It's actually because when the Mariners when the Major League Baseball's in the off season, I wasn't getting any work during the off season, so I had to get work, during the off season. So my second job is there to fill in any voids while the Mariners are on the road or during baseball off season. So that was my reason. I mean, honestly, I don't have the capacity to do 2 shifts back to back. So
Let's heal.
I know for other people it's a different circumstance, but for me it's largely because my primary job is limited to home games at the Mariners. So again, I have another job to fill in voids, and my liquor store job is actually my liquor store is flexible around the Mariners season. So shit.
May heaven's winds propel thee hence.
Fuck, I need to go to a fucking church to get my guys back. Fuck these guys, I'm out of here. Okay, where's my horse? Where's my horse? Where's my horse? Where's my horse? Okay, I gotta get the fuck out of here. Yeah. That's a pretty good way of putting it. Yeah, and it's unfortunate that that comparison's made because, yeah, Seattle's not really the best looking place. I mean, it's kind of a shithole in some parts, and yeah, and frankly, I'm disturbed by that. I mean, fortunately, I don't live in Seattle, but okay. And look, I'm willing to ramble about this point real quick because I live in a city that's not entirely well known in the state of Washington. So if I disclose it, I mean, no one's really gonna give a shit where I live. I mean, if I said I live in Seattle, blah 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 blah, and then people are like, ooh, like, but no, the city I live in, it's nothing to write home about. But let's just say the city I live in is known for being a nice little peaceful town. You know, that is somewhat busy during the day, you know, because of like grocery stores and other businesses. So, it's a rather nice place, you know, nice scenery, even Mount Rainier is in the view in some parts, and yeah, it's a nice looking town. However, when I was waiting for the bus, one day, I saw like a a shopping cart filled with fucking trash and shit. I thought, what the hell is this? And I saw the garbage bin completely fucking filled. Hadn't been fucking cleaned out. And what also alarmed me is seeing strips of aluminum foil on the fucking sidewalk. Which can mean one thing, fentanyl use. So the fact that I'm seeing fucking drug use used around my own fucking city, that actually does... that shit I find fucking alarming because, again, I take public transportation, and I've noticed a few people, I want to say on a monthly average, where they are like slumping with their heads down as they're sitting there. They're like this. Like that. And whenever I see that, like, I just, you know, I naturally, I worry, you know, which is why I tend to be very cautious about my surroundings. Because if someone's, you know, fucking smoking fentanyl, if people secondhand, you know, if people inhale that shit, they can get some of the effects of fentanyl too. So every time I fucking see that shit, I just worry. And yeah, like I do not want to be fucking inhaling that shit. You know? I mean, fuck. I am so glad I never contemplated like, ooh, I want to try this drug. I want to get a fucking high. You want to know something? Here's my fucking high. Like, if there is money I would rather spend on to get a high, I'll show you. I'll fucking show you. Stuff like this. This is what I consider a drug of mine, and it does involve a needle. I'd rather drop a needle on records to get some high. I'd rather listen to music and get my music fix than ever fucking doing drugs. Like I said, not this can be a pricey hobby, but you know what? I'd rather spend my money on this than fucking drugs. Period. Besides, music's good for you. And that's the end of the argument. Just saying. And you know what? I would say the only danger that involves music is if you're blasting it way too fucking loud that it hurts your ears. But look, if people listen to music responsibly, perfectly fine. Just don't blast your fucking headphones at max volume. And yeah, my hearing's kind of getting a little. And speaking of my hearing's getting a little fuzzy, and it is because I'm like my sinuses are feeling a little funny. Like, my hearing's fine. It's just I don't know what is going on. Maybe it's because of I don't know. Like, I'm feeling like some pressure going in, so it's probably some fucking something related. So I gotta. I blare my shit. Listen, metal. Fuck yeah. I'm no stranger to metal. In fact, if there's any artists, metal artists I like myself some Metallica. Largely the 83 to 91 era. So we're talking Kill 'Em All to Black Album. I know Black Album might be considered contentious by some, but there's some good ones on that one. It's Load and Reload. I hear people didn't give a shit about Load that much, but Reload had fuel, so there's that. And the less Saint Anger's discussed, the better. Although, honestly, I wouldn't call Saint Anger complete shit. It's this snare drum that was head scratching. Like, what the fuck were they thinking with the snare drum? Like, why did... You know, it's funny. If Garage was in the title, then I would kind of see why Saint Anger could have sounded like that, but it didn't. It's funny because they had I think they had a compilation album called Garage Inc. If Garage Inc. was Saint Anger, like if that was the title for instead of Saint Anger, then I kind of get why it sounds like Garage fucking metal. But no, it's called Saint Anger. They should have just called it Garage Metal or something with Garage in the title to kind of make it clear that this is why the sound is like that. But no. I do enjoy a little bit of Iron Maiden. I love Number of the Beast. That album's so fucking good. I like some Motorhead, but I haven't listened to like a plethora of them. But and my brother actually told me about Garage Inc. In fact, he played some songs from that. In fact, I believe their cover of Stone Cold Crazy's in it, and that one, yeah, that one's pretty badass. Although I remember one of the tracks going, "So fucking what?" And I remember my brother like blasted it. I'm like, what the hell was that? thought that was pretty fucking funny in a way, but okay, I gotta drink water. I'm getting a fucking headache. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm getting a headache and my hearing's getting all funny. So I wonder if I'm having like sinus infection or some fucking shit. Hold on. You know what? I'm gonna look up symptoms. See what I'm dealing with here. Talking motionless is. Give me a minute. I just lost the fucking chat. Hold on. Headache and hearing problems. A migraine? Well, I'm not having tinnitus, so... Okay. Sinus headache? Okay, whatever. Yeah, because I'm getting a bit of a headache, and also my I'm not saying I'm dealing with hearing loss, but my hearing's like slightly affected. Like I'm feeling like my hearing's going down, and I'm like, what the fuck? But I remembered I was like, I remember my nose was a little stuffy this morning, so I'm guessing it might be, I guess, fatigue, or I'm just like having some fucking sinus issue or some shit. But I don't think it's too concerning. I mean, like I said, I wasn't like listening to music that fucking loud today. I was just kind of keeping it. I mean, I listened to it a little bit loud, but it wasn't to the point where it was gonna affect my hearing. And usually when my hearing gets all funny and shit, it's usually sinus issues, and my head is starting to hurt a bit, so I'm beginning to think, yeah, I might be having some sinus related, because that tends to be very common, like hearing and headaches. I mean, it's just typical. I mean, although usually that shit happens during, I want to say, like spring or autumn. I don't know. Okay, so comb the world for clues as to rainbows. Rainbows, good lord. I can't. Every time I see that word, I keep thinking bow, not bow. So, oops. Right. You know what? Get off. Alright, so we're gonna zoom to... let's do Hotto. That should be. Yeah, I need to go to a church and resurrect a couple party members because they're dead or they're knocked out. All right. Okay. Now let's zoom back to Zvardsrust, whatever the fuck the name is. I guess it's a German name because of how it's Z and W. It tends to be. Oh shit! It's almost 8 o'clock. Damn. Or it is 8 o'clock. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and prepare my dinner real quick. So give me about, give or take, 5 minutes at least, 10 minutes at most. I won't be gone for too long. I'm just gonna prep up some rice for dinner. Yeah, I need to make a trip to the store at some point, but I can't really right now. So, all right, I'll be back. shit. What the fuck's going on? Hold on. What the fuck's going on here? Why is my... Dude, okay, I'm noticing like drop frames on this bitch. I mean, my stream isn't like that heavy. Okay, I'm gonna wait for this to fucking cool down because I don't know what is going on with my stream at the moment. It's like I've been like having drop frames up the ass. I was having drop frames for 5 minutes. I mean, since I fucking left just to make fucking dinner. What the hell? 6 minutes ago. What the fucking shit? Okay, I'll say this now. If it starts acting up, yeah, if this keeps acting up, I might have to end the stream abruptly. Cause it's like really hard to fucking salvage that shit sometimes. Alright. Well, in the meantime, I'm gonna